Good morning. It is 8:53 a.m. Mountain Time on Sunday, the 4th of July, 2021. Independence Day here in, the United States of America. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up more or less, but it's been happening in pretty slow. This is 5 more minutes. So, yeah, still at my dad's house. Although today is the last full day of my trip because tomorrow, obviously I'll have one more video before I fly back, but tomorrow I will be flying back home to Massachusetts. And although I have enjoyed my trip, I am definitely looking forward to being reunited with my little dog. And just like it's important to do these trips, and that I think there's been a feeling of more pressure on this one since it's the first one in a while and all that, and then there's just the whole is it actually safe, that whole sort of thing. But yeah, one of the nice things about going on vacation is coming back home. And that's, well, for me, maybe it's not the same for everybody, but in any case, I got another full day here. I'm still at my dad's house, but later today we're going to go over and do cookout type stuff at my mom's house, and she's going to be good. Been watching through Ted Lasso on Apple TV. I have really been enjoying rewatching this. It's my dad's first time watching it, and my second time. But boy, that show is just so well. It's sweet, but like as the show goes on, it reveals that it's not just surface deep where there's no actual substance underneath, and all these characters that we're shown have their complexities to them and nuance, and so even the aggressively optimistic Ted Lasso does occasionally have his moments of not just feeling so positive and happy all the time, because he's a human being and he's actually a more complex character than it might initially seem that he is. And so that's, I guess I'll just go ahead and make this another recommendation that people should check out Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus, because it's just that good. You don't have to care about soccer. I particularly, I played soccer when I was a kid, but never really stuck, and I'm not particularly into sports in any case. But it's certainly true that even if you don't really follow sports, it's true that sports can make for compelling subject matter for media like movies and TV, because it's just got an inherent conflict and tension built into it, with lots of little surrounding bits of tension, as you have complex individuals all having to work together to accomplish a very defined goal, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And obviously, I mean, that's why people who are into actually following sports like that, because that happens in real life, it's not just for good stories in movies or TV, but at the same time, I think part of sports has always been something where I can see what there is to like about it, but it also seems like, really, to get the most out of it, you kind of have to devote a lot of time to it, and not all of that time for me is as compelling as other things that I could be doing that feel more, immediately rewarding. But that's everybody to each their own. It's like, I think that it is certainly true that people who are really into sports tend to be really into sports, and I think there can be a tendency sometimes among people who are not into sports to deride sports or people who are into sports, and I don't really think that's helpful or useful. Like, you know, um, I don't want to imply that everyone who makes the sports ball joke shouldn't make that joke. That's silly and prescriptive. But I do think that you know humor of that type should be limited to gentle ribbing as opposed to just really implying that people who like sports are dumb for some reason. Like it's just not true. And honestly, I feel like in 2021, maybe we need to get past the whole nerds versus jocks archetype. It just doesn't need to be in the culture anymore. It really doesn't. I don't know. Probably for a lot of people, it hasn't been for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for right now, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.